Tree started to get blurry. For some strange reason, it had to be. It was all a dream about Tennessee. Oh, I'm singing a little Tennessee right there. Arrested Development. We're live here on a Wednesday night. Larry Ridley here, SNY TV, NBC Sports, Madden, NFL, NBA 2K League, baby. E Sports Extra, the only live call-in sports show talking esports and traditional sports. We're taking phone calls 877-853-5247. But I am still thirsty. We'll take
You
getting
thirst
ideas.
bucket.
Getting ideas, eSport Extra. That's 377-678-9872. Big show today on tap. We're going to be talking about Michael Jordan and the Last Dance. Would he have re-signed after the 1998 season? We'll also get into that following season in 99. Would the Bulls have won their seventh title? We'll talk with our esteemed co-host on that. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, ESPN just had a recent fan poll, and it was one-sided, as you can imagine, in MJ's favor. Algie Crumpler, good to catch up with him, the four-time Pro Bowler, tight end, Falcons, Titans, and the Patriots at the end of the year when I covered him at the end of his career in Boston. He'll be joining us live here. We'll talk about that. Rooney Rule changes. We'll get into that. Playing with Michael Vick. That's going to be interesting. He got to play with Michael Vick early, and then late in his career, he played with the GOAT. TB12 Tom Brady, that 2010 Patriots team, one of the best teams to never win the Super Bowl. They got knocked out in that first round of the playoffs by the daggone Jets, and that'd be my boy Bart Scott. Can't wait. That was the can't wait game. We'll talk about also Tom Brady and the Bucks with the throwing session here. They worked out recently at a high school. Today's NFL QBs, how dynamic they are. We'll talk about those top three and the names of those NFL QBs. Big Ben had a little cut the other day. His beard trimmed a little bit. Also threw some receivers. We'll talk about that. NASCAR's ratings pretty good. Daytona 500 level good. We'll talk about that. NHL, they've got a plan format for the playoffs and also some other things that they're talking about. We'll get into that. NBA 2K League. Got to talk about that live on ESPN last night, continuing on the ESPN app and everything else, YouTube and other platforms like Twitch. We'll get into it with OG. Full breakdown for you. You guys wanted more esports. Damn it, we're going to give it to you. So we're going to talk about that with the OG and then the C4 Madden update. Going to have some of the top players in the league on the AFC side in those divisions on the East, the West, the South, and the North to call in. And we'll get into that. All right, let's bring in the broski. He is Ivan Curtis, NBA 2K League, Brooklyn Nets head coach and GM. And also, there she is, two-time in the house from the A.
Yeah, we in here. We in here. What's
Own it. What's up, Renee?
up?
You
Oh,
bring that energy, girl, every day. We like it.
Oh, I woke up like this. You don't know. It's
Oh,
nothing. It's
woke
nothing.
up like this.
I
Yeah,
woke up like this.
you're a cutie patootie. Is that what they say? The kids are cutie
I
patootie?
just try to do, I just do what I can. Okay. I'm just happy to be here
Man,
with my
OG,
big brothers, including Coach K, who made the chat weird. I'm here. I'm happy to be here with everybody.
don't be
Okay.
weird. Don't be weird. Hashtag do not be weird, dude.
Don't be
Don't
a
be
weirdo.
don't be a weirdo. OG, you moving on up on the east side? Where you at, broski?
I'm holding steady. I'm holding steady.
Holding steady, man. Okay.
Oh, geez, getting busy counting them ducats.
Man, podcast. We taped the podcast today. When is that podcast gonna drop? OG, talk to me.
This Sunday, 10:30. You can catch it
10:30
on
what? Eastern Standard Time?
10:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can catch it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Podbean. Take your choice. And
Talk that mess, man.
the video.
He needs to. Have you ever done voiceovers?
I've been
You have a good
Yeah,
voice.
he's got that Morgan Freeman voice, man.
He
He's kicking into
does.
it.
He
Yeah.
needs to.
You can catch
Have
the
you ever
YouTube
done
version either
voiceovers?
Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, we got you, man. Renee, how you doing down there in the A, baby? You good?
Oh, we're good. I had shrimp and rice today, so
Shrimp and rice.
I can't call it. That's kind of what the days has. That not what quarantine has come to. Like, what are we gonna eat? Like, we're in the house. Y'all are out of the house, but we're in the house.
Yeah, we're in the house too. All right, you guys ready to go?
He needs
Let's
to.
do it.
Have you ever
Man,
done
let's rock and
voiceovers?
roll. Here we go. First topic, MJ in The Last Dance, episode 9 and 10, aired Sunday night on ESPN. We talked about all 10 episodes. He did say that he would have re-signed a one-year deal with the Bulls for the 1999 season. Now, think about it. In 97 and 98, he was making what, 30 to 33 million? So probably would have cost the Bulls another 30 to 35. I
Yeah.
do believe MJ would have come back. Are you guys buying it? Michael Jordan back with the Bullies in 1999. We'll start with you, the WNBA two-time she's a two-time champ. We'll start with you, Renee.
Yeah, I do. I think. I mean, he's come back before. It's not like he's. So I do think he would have came back in the sense that that's all he did. So a lot of the documentary, he complained a lot, like, I don't have any privacy. Everywhere I go, there's this crowd. But the one thing that he did love was competing and playing. They even got mad at him because he can't stop competing. Like, he's gambling everywhere. If it's a golf shot, if it's a random trick shot, he's gambling everything. So you mean to tell me somebody like that is not going to come back to try to do one more time? I think he would. But the Bulls had the highest payroll in 1997, 98. So of course
Yeah, they did.
Bills owner Jerry was going to be like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
And the number, if you think about it, now this is 22 years later, but the payroll was like what, 60 million, something like that. It
Oh,
wasn't a lot.
it was not a lot. It was like, hold on. So actually,
50 or
I
60
had
million.
something here about it, but it was talking about how much he didn't want to give Pippen or something. It was like, that's what the G League's making. You know what I mean? It
Right.
was,
Well,
but
Pippen
that was
signed that
back then.
7-year,
But
$18
that
million
was
dollar deal, like in 80, 90, 91, because it was like a 7-year deal. So 91, and it took him through 1998.
not, yeah, 1998. It was 11 million, a 77 million contract. He made 11 million in the 98, 99 season, and the
Yep.
cap was 30 million that season.
Wow. I think maybe the cap was. So what was the cap in 98? Like
The
26 million?
NBA salary cap was 30 million that season. It's
Yep.
currently
That's about right.
109 million,
Exactly.
which is why 99 Pippen made slightly more than Cristiano Felicio did, the G League star.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well,
so that's why I said G League players, because that's what they literally were talking about. Obviously, we know the time difference and fluctuations, but he
sure.
was still underpaid. Like, we can do all the math, and he's still underpaid.
Yeah, and when you look at it, that Jordan number, the reason why I didn't count so much against the salary cap, you got the bird rights and things of that nature that came in. You can keep a
Yep.
superstar back then, and it didn't blow up your cap. OG, what are your thoughts? Michael Jordan coming back, 1999. You think he would have resigned?
Definitely. For most of y'all who don't know, one of the phrases that we use around here is putting some extra cheese on the taco. Definitely, that's what would have happened. I mean, the Bulls they'd have had to sprinkle that taco, and I think. I mean, of course, as Renee said, I mean, it's no secret to how he likes to compete. And the one thing that he did love beyond anything is playing a game of basketball. So I definitely think he would have came back. I mean, it's just we know also that if you want to win in any sport, with anybody, you gotta pay. Like, I mean,
Got
so
to.
yeah, so worrying about being over in the cap and everything. I mean, you make all that on the back end if you win. So I mean, I think he would have came back, but ownership would have had to pay the money, and ultimately, I don't think they really wanted to pay the money. I mean, so
That's it.
Yeah.
What did it say? Jerry said he called it suicide to re-sign Pippen and players like Rodman and Ron Harper. Like, that's
Uh-huh.
literally that's a quote,
Sure.
suicide.
Especially
So
old aging guys that aren't, they're role players, but it's like, look, you can't pay your role players. You pay the guys, your stars, and things of that nature. But you're right, you can't overpay your role players. We'll move on to Bulls and a 7 title. 1999, we know they had the second three-peat, right? From 91 to 93, and 96 through 98. 99, of course, the Bulls broke up. We know about the Reinsdorf and Jerry Krause situation. You had Tim Duncan and the Spurs winning the title in 99. Shortened NBA lockout season, just 50 games. Are you buying the Bulls would have won that title just in 1999? We'll start with you, Renee.
I don't know, because as the owner Jerry said, Michael had an injured finger. So since one of Michael's fingers was hurt, he said that there's no way the Bulls could have won that year. So maybe he's right. I don't know, but I'm just saying I think that sounds ridiculous for an owner, a guy that literally was playing at his college when he shouldn't be. He wasn't cleared yet. You think that a finger? It's all laughable. I think that if Jordan was on the court, he has a very good shot to win. The people he playing against called him a god. So yeah, I think he had a chance.
Your thoughts, OG? You think the Bulls pull it off in 1999 because they have beaten the Spurs? What about the Pacers? We know they took them to a 7-game series in 98. Still have the Jazz out there. Young Lakers team coming. 1998 specifically, will they get it done?
I think it would have been tough, but I wouldn't have bet against them. I mean, Jordan he would have found a way. I mean, and it definitely would have been interesting to see what would have happened. I mean, it's a part of we got to capture a lot of history in the game during that time frame, but definitely we got cheated out of seeing
Yeah.
the potential of what could have happened. I mean, we could have watched them four-peat, or we could have seen a proper passing of the torch, so to speak. I mean, because we never got to see Mike really leave properly, if you ask me. I mean,
Like on top. You mean like on
Right.
top,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Sure.
So it was pretty much killed, from other matters, but we didn't get to see it the way we would have preferred. I mean, it would have been. I mean, who knows? He could have been 6-1, or he could have been 7-0. So it's like we never got to see that. But I personally, I think that I wouldn't have bet against Mike. Just not
Well,
smart.
I mean, you think they take it, Renee? You said yeah, right?
yeah. I mean, and another thing is when you have like when you're the reigning champs, you always say like I'm the champ until somebody beats me. Like
Right.
that's the
Okay.
saying. So if he didn't, you have to assume that Golden State Warriors, when they're on that run, they are the champs until somebody dethrones them. So out of respect for the champs, I know we know how it played out, but if I was going to say it, yeah, if he came back, and you got to remember, pride is a crazy thing. This is a guy that would have been. Everybody was probably saying he wasn't going to be able to win that year. You know, that's the kind of stuff that fueled him. So yeah, I think that they could win, but again, we've seen that Jordan isn't invincible in a sense of, he went to 7 games with the Pacers, but I don't know. It's hard to bet against people like Jordan.
All right, good deal. So we're going to have Algie Crumpler on here momentarily. He's on the line. He's calling in. Can't wait to speak with him. So let's go ahead and bring on Algie Crumpler, former NFL tight
Okay.
end, 4 times in the Pro Bowl. So
Ooh, 4
Pro Bowl,
times?
yeah, played down there on the Dirty A. Where you at, Renee, with the Atlanta Dream? Also met Algie at the end of his career. He played in Tennessee, which is my hometown of Nashville, and then went to the Patriots at the very end. Played with Tom Brady and that great 2010 Patriots team that got knocked off in the division round. Let's bring in Algie Crumpler. Now, Algie, man, good Wednesday to you. Thank you for joining us here on Esports Extra, brother.
No problem, Larry. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. So catch us up. What you been up to, Algie, man? Post NFL playing career these last 9-10 seasons, man.
I tried the media route, did that for about 5 years doing radio here in Atlanta, covered the Atlantic Coast Conference for Fox Sports Southeast via TV for a few years, and now just sitting at home, raising my daughters, three girls. Finally got them through school, via Zoom. You know a lot about Zoom and technology, so
Yes.
just excited for this summer to get started. Just don't know what we're going to be doing, but we'll be doing it together.
All right,
Hey,
good
you
stuff.
got any Zoom school dropouts? My sister said she got a couple elementary dropouts. Y'all got any dropouts over there?
Look, my kids are so tech forward; they could put their picture on the screen and then go eat a sandwich, and the teacher still think they there. So,
Oh, they done figured out the system. I like that.
yeah, they are tech forward. They teach me everything.
Hey, it's like the Korean baseball league. Remember they put the cardboard cutouts in the outfield for baseball this past week?
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw it for the Korean baseball. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Korean baseball organization, KBO. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Algie, good stuff with your daughters. Once again, we're joined now here live on Esports Extra. We'll take your phone calls 877-853-5247. That meeting ID is Esport Extra. Hit the pound button twice, and Kevin will get you in to the show. We're talking with the former Pro Bowler, tight end for the Atlanta Falcons, Tennessee Titans, and New England Patriots, Algie Crumpler. Algie, we're talking current NFL, today's NFL. You saw with the NFL minority hiring proposal, that pretty much got shut down. What do you think of the Rooney Rule changes as well that they're making, trying to, of course, bring in more African American and coaches of color into the system? What are your thoughts on the proposal and just the Rooney Rule changes?
I think you always got to have, as long as you can come up with a system that gives more African American opportunity to be in an organization, whether it be front office, GM, or a head coach, I think is great. It's just the how that we're trying to figure out how to get that done. I understand that the draft pick deal was a little controversial, but having 2 guys in for the interviews, I think that would be huge because there are a lot of coaches that I've been around, that have coached me that I thought could do a great job. They just never got a look. So I think if you make these owners dig deep in the coffers and just scour these rosters and give more opportunities to guys to show what they can do, I think it'll be great. And a lot of it's on these head coaches to cross-chain a lot of their coaches at different positions just to make sure that we're ready when we get those opportunities, because I know we'll do a great job.
Yeah, I think we're all on board with that, Algie. It was some of it that seemed a little gimmicky to me. Just what do you think as far as the execution of it? We see where their heart is in the right place, trying to get more African American coaches, and we all know that the route is through the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, in those positions. Just what did you think about just like I said, the execution of it being a little gimmicky with the draft picks moving up? If you hire both the GM and the head coach, now you get the double the draft compensation in the third round. Just what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's the part I was saying that I just didn't understand was the how. In terms of getting the guys in, more guys in for interviews, I'm cool with that. But for teams that do have African American coaches, Anthony Lynn, I feel like those guys are start doing some really good things. They start winning. Do you fire him and then rehire him and try to jump up some more spots? I mean, yeah, that's a little gimmicky to me. But any discussion around getting more qualified African American coaches looks to be GMs and front office executives and head coaches, I'm all for.
Absolutely.
They'll figure out a way to get it done, but they just gotta just keep at it, just keep
Although,
pressing the issue.
absolutely. Although momentum is heading in the right direction. Currently, three African American head coaches in the NFL out of 32, if you count Ron Rivera of Hispanic descent. So just
Hey,
four
I have a
minority coaches.
question.
Go ahead, Renee.
Do you want to get into coaching, Algie? Just curious, because you said we a couple times. Like, is that something that is intriguing to you? Like the Rooney Rule, is that something that could help someone like you in a sense of now they
Well,
have to give an opportunity?
football is in my blood, so we always comes with it. I've been around it my whole life, but no, if I would have gotten in coaching, I would have probably done it as soon as I retired.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's the best time to jump in. And my wife is very happy here in Atlanta,
Mhm.
and I don't want to have to move around 5 or 6 times. Uh, so I think
No,
we'll
I
be
get
fine.
it.
Plus, my daughter, she's a volleyball. She plays volleyball.
Mhm.
She didn't even allow me. I have to be the line judge because I have to keep my mouth shut. She didn't even like me uh, cheering loud for her and being all crazy like my parents were when I was growing up. So
Mhm.
Mine too.
it'd be tough for me to coach right now.
Okay.
So I just pay my season ticket dues and eat popcorn and watch some guys run up and down the field
Hey
like
man,
I never did it.
you're Algie Crumpler. You mean you can't get the freebie? You can't get any free tickets?
Look, I'll tell you a quick story. When Arthur Blank bought the Atlanta Falcons, Wayne Gandy, our veteran offensive tackle, asked him to get a discount on a lawnmower at Home Depot, and
Mhm.
Mr. Blank said, "You pay the same price that I pay." So Wayne got happy. He said, "Free." He said, "No, retail." So yeah, I pay my season tickets just like everybody else.
He ain't giving away nothing for
Ah,
free.
I love it. There's a reason why rich folks stay rich and
Stay
billionaires stay
rich.
billionaires.
Facts.
Absolutely. Let's take it on the field. Algie, you played with a young Mike Vick early in his career. Just break down playing with the great Michael Vick. Of course, he was on the court of Madden. We talk esports on here as well. What was it like playing with Michael Vick early on in those stages, man, and being the mega star that he was down in the ATL?
It was fun for me because my last quarterback in college was Ronald Curry, his big time rival in the Tidewater, VA area. Um, he they went at it in the Virginia area in high school. So I had the similar type of quarterback in college. And then when I got to the professionals, just Mike and I just wreaking havoc on scout team and pissing Coach Reeves off every week by him making him throw me the ball all the time on scout team, even though the ball was supposed to go to whoever was going to be Randy Walsh for the week. Um, it was just us going at it and just being competitive every single day. So it was fun playing with Mike. I enjoyed it. Um, I don't miss running one way, turning around, seeing him go the other way, and getting winded trying to sprint across the field. But I enjoyed my time with Mike. I wish whenever I was at the end of my career with Brady, I still had a little bit more tread on the tires so I could do some of those same things.
You just brought up Brady. I was going to ask you about Tom Brady. You were there at 2010. You guys had a great team, man. 14-2. Beat the Jets 45-3. I was there. Bart Scott's my boy there. We work together. He does our Jets pre and post game show at SNY. We're tight now, but I give him grief all the time. Like, dude, you cost me a third trip to the Super Bowl in my 5 years in Boston because you knocked off that 2010 team. How tough of a loss was that? And also, what was it like playing with the great Tom Brady? Just give us a little insight, a peek behind the curtain of Tom Brady.
Well, I learned a lot. I wish I had I learned more probably in my 10th year professionally than I'd learned, in the previous 9, just the way that Tom breaks down the film and how he approaches the game. I was a young rookie coming in, and we'd win a game, and I see guys on the plane partying it up. So I was partying it up with them, and I get to New England 10 years later. There isn't a lot of partying it up on the plane.
I know they was partying in Atlanta. I can tell you right now. I know they partying right now in the pandemic.
Oh my goodness, we never stopped partying in Atlanta, so that's probably what bit us in the butt in those early years. But look, Brady would have his laptop out. He would have his laptop out, studying game film on the next opponent, and I'm like, man, I never seen that. In my first 9 years in the league, you win a game, you celebrate it 24 hours, and then focus on the next opponent. But he just couldn't. He couldn't let it go. It was a 24/7 deal for him. That's why he's the GOAT in my eyes.
How maniacal was he? I try to tell people, man, like he's just a different cat. He's a superstar, but first of all, Bill Belichick treats him just like the 53rd man on the roster. So he's got some clout in the locker room. Just how was he as a teammate and as a person? And how genuine was he? In my interactions with him, he was genuine. Even when he said no, Tom Brady still has a way to say no with a smile on his face. I remember telling Cam Newton that once, who's a fellow Under Armour member. He's like, what is it about, Tom Brady, Larry? I'm like, Tom Brady can look you in the face and say no with a smile on your face, and it's not that big of a deal. That's part of his charm.
That's cool.
I just think he's just the ultimate competitor. He's a pretty effective communicator in terms of letting you know what he expects and how he expects to get it done. And I think that's important. There were times that we would hold the meetings before going out to practice because Tom needed to finish, a couple of coaching points here and there. And that's why the team meshed and gelled, because we clearly understood what our roles were. And in that organization, your role changes weekly. So it was important that we communicated things the right way and understood the way that Tom wanted to run things. And I'm sure in Tampa, as long as he's not walking into the wrong house, he's getting things done with those guys off the field right now to try to figure out how to get this thing rolling.
And you just mentioned walking into someone's house and getting things done off the field. I was just going to ask you that. What did you make of Tom Brady and those guys? Had all the teammates there with the Bucs, offensive guys doing a little workout, a throwing session, if you will. Does that just speak to what Tom Brady's all about as far as his motivation?
It's hard to tap into. He just wants to win. I think a lot of the quarterbacks right now, even though they're not publicizing and are doing some of those things. I know Matt Ryan is doing it here in Atlanta. I know players are driving in town and working out with Matt Ryan in private sessions and similar to the way that they did during the lockout in 2010. So everybody has a way of communicating with their teammates and working in the off season. And they just got to figure out a way to get it done. I mean, these are unprecedented times, so you got to get all the work you can get in as safely as possible when you can, so that when the green light is there, everybody can hit the ground running.
Got one last question before I let you get out of here, Algie. Today's NFL QBs, they're pretty dynamic. You look at Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, or a Lamar Jackson. Of those three specifically, and you can add anybody else in there if you want, who do you think will be the best, and how do you kind of break down those three who are now becoming the new faces of the NFL, if you will?
I guess selfishly, I want Deshaun Watson to be the best of those three, just because he spent time in the Falcons organization, early, when he was in, and his family is from this area, really close to where I live. So that's why I'm rooting big time for Deshaun Watson. But, I was able to see Lamar Jackson play in person last season. I watch everything that Pat Mahomes does. Deshaun Watson, I'm rooting for him, but I really wish he had his quarterback. I mean, his wide receiver there who just got traded away, DeAndre Hopkins. Mm-hmm. But he's got some different weapons. He'll get it. He's a really good leader. He understands defenses extremely well. I love the way he breaks down defenses and film. So I'm rooting for Deshaun Watson. But this group of young quarterbacks is just phenomenal. I think the quarterback play for a lot of years wasn't very good, and now You see the things that Russell Wilson is doing. You see the things that Tom Brady continues to do, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees. I'm still dumbfounded that former MVP, you mentioned Cam Newton, is not in the league right now. But, I think we've got some incredible talent with these guys, and we'll see how they do. With this quote-unquote pandemic going on, I think the teams with established coordinators are going to do, head coaches are going to do much better. I think it's just really hard for these new head coaches right now to implement what they need to implement. So it's going to be a tough year for some of these new head coaches. Could be some surprises, but, man, I just think it's going to be tough.
We'll let Renee and Ivan get in here, guys, before Algie goes. Renee, Ivan, got any questions? Renee?
Yeah, I do. So you played with Mike Vick, and we were talking about dynamic quarterbacks, and a lot of times you hear the comparisons with Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. What are your thoughts on that, too? Is that a fair comparison?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course it's going to be a fair comparison because they're both dynamic. I think what Lamar has done in the passing game has just been phenomenal. I think he has a little bit more weapons than we had. So he could spread the ball around a little bit more. But, he has a head coach that believes in him, that set up the offense for him, a coordinator that set up everything for him, and he's able to thrive. I think when Mike and I were going at it, we didn't, we just ran a West Coast offense, the same West Coast offense that Andy Reid is running or some of these other guys are running. We didn't really tailor too many things for Mike except for when Mike just took off and became dynamic. So, I don't see anything wrong with the comparison. I think it's flattering for Mike because Mike kind of helped set the way for some of these young quarterbacks.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I think he laid the groundwork for this type of dynamic quarterback, the pass run, electrifying style.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, this dude 50-something touchdowns, total touchdowns. I mean, Lamar Jackson is just phenomenal. He's a pleasure to watch.
Agreed.
Ivan, got anything?
But, I'm never going to say nothing bad about Mike. Help pay my mortgage off.
Right. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Fed you at least.
Ivan, got anything before we
I didn't have any questions, but I did want to say, about him coaching. Bill Belichick said some mighty strong words about you, and I feel like, you should be missed in the coaching ranks, not coaching. He said he's very professional. He's really smart, really into football. He works hard at it, has a great presence, is one of those guys who just always does the right thing, no matter what the situation is. And I just somebody of your presence could be helping a lot of people on the sidelines. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
I appreciate it. I'm always a phone call away for any tight end in the league. Any of these young guys, I go back and speak to University of North Carolina, my college guys all the time. I do it out of the bottom of my heart. But for me to be locked in, 80 hours a week right now, my focus is on my three girls. But yeah, Belichick, that's my guy. That was my guy. I enjoyed playing for him. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
But thanks, Simon. Thanks bringing up that quote, man.
Yeah,
he
and awesome.
And I can add, look, in the locker room, Algie was one of those guys. I enjoyed him and Fred Taylor, older guys that were new into that Patriots culture. So I kind of had to want to get the pulse of what they were thinking because I knew they were straight shooters and they were veteran guys. He was a pleasure to cover. It was always fair. And we had a great our first introduction when Tom Brady had a car accident. It was a little small fender bender. Nothing happened, but of course the Boston media blew everything up. And just to get Algie to sit there and say on camera, like, yeah, Tom Brady was here. No big deal. Move on. It was just great because it added to the story, which everyone needed to know. Boston calmed down. The guy had a car accident. Fine. He did practice, went through the entire practice. He's going to be okay. Like, it was great. So, Algie, really appreciate your time. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just can't wait for that documentary on Brady. Man,
what?
I can't wait.
That's going to be
crazy. Any of these GOAT documentaries, I'm all for right now.
Yeah, and I like. Yeah, you want to see it all the way through that last, pass that he threw, the pick by Ron Logan, in the pick six against the Titans in the wild card. So that would be interesting. But Algie, we really appreciate it, man. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay safe. I'll tell the wife and those girls we said hello, man. We really appreciate it, man. And we'd love to have you back on the show again sometime soon.
Thanks for having me, Larry, Renee. I appreciate y'all. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Algie.
That is the great Algie Crumpler. 4 times, guys. Pro Bowl.
Four
Went to the Pro
times.
Bowl
He
4
doubled
times.
me. Look,
Yes.
y'all making my
Yes.
two sound like 4 times.
Well, you did win 2 titles. I mean, let's not get it
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah, but still, I mean, 4 times sounds good too. I'm not mad at it.
But that's Pro Bowls. That's like an all-star
Yeah, I know.
appearance. But you got.
I got one of those. That's what I'm saying. I mean, whatever we're talking about, he got more. I got one all-star appearance. So he did that.
Where's your hardware? We got to get you some of that hardware on here, man. Where's the other titles at?
What, you mean to like put the pictures of him up there?
No. I want to see the rings. I mean, what do you got?
You know what? I'm gonna do this right now.
Hold on. Ivan, you know that's what I love about her. Here we go.
Hey, but
They never too far now. Let's not get crazy. They're
Come on,
never
talk
too
to me.
far.
Give me
her
the rings.
Because
Talk
it's
to me.
presentation matters, okay? Okay. Presentation matters, okay? Let me
Pull it out. Let us see it.
Okay, let's get close. Can y'all see?
Oh, she is blinged out, bedazzled.
I mean, I'm trying to show y'all some things.
Every time I come in your city, bling bling.
Okay, this is what we doing. Hold on, let me. Shouts to the Minnesota Lynx. The packaging was impeccable. You know, they got a whole case for it. Next one, next
the
show.
champions. We are the champions.
That ring box must have been under the pillow or something because she got to her.
You see, I got it right there. I said, you ain't saying nothing but a thing. It was just right there looking at us.
It was a little too quick. I was like, hey, man, you need to put that in the safe now. You know, put that up.
Listen, I don't have strangers in my house. This is
available.
Only people that are not going to steal my things are welcome in my home.
Hey, clap it up, man. Golf clap for the Renee Montgomery, 2-time WNBA. Hey, I didn't know y'all's rings were like that. That looked official.
Man.
Okay, let me tell you something.
On the WNBA, they got nice little Justin's rings too.
Okay, and the thing is, our owner is the Timberwolves owner. So if he's going to make a ring, he's going to make a ring. So
Taylor, right? Is it Taylor?
Yeah, love them. Glenn Taylor, the Taylor. So just quick, they treated us like they treated the NBA. So we had personal chefs after every practice. We went in there and got food. We were living the life over there. I'm not gonna lie. It was a tough decision to leave and come to the A. Chefs, I said, they were cooking for us.
So how do you go back to civilian life after all that?
You know, it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna get this money for the rent.
Okay.
Have a whole bunch of chicks jumping ship. Yeah.
I jumped, but yeah, it was hard. Okay.
All right, good stuff, Renee. Let's bring it back in. Let's reel it back in. All right, let's go. We were talking about LeBron and Michael Jordan before Algie called in. Algie called in a minute early. He was on time and on target today. Nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but love. Magic LeBron fan poll came out. I think 73% of the fans polled by ESPN chose Michael Jordan overall as the better player. What do you think of the polls? Like every statistic, Michael Jordan won by at least, I want to say 18 to 20 points. Whatever the category you can mention, Michael Jordan claimed supremacy in that category. Your thoughts on this, guys? We'll start with you, Ivan. MJ, all over LeBron in that fan poll. I get it. None of the fans were below 18, so that kind of took away probably maybe 5 to 10% from LeBron.
I definitely was gonna say that. I mean, because LeBron is basically the man of the hour. I mean, MJ, if you cut off, 18, but it kind of surprised me a little bit, to be honest.
So who won the poll? Just so I'm clear.
MJ, 73% to 27%. Blowout, like 50 points.
Yeah, it's shocking to me. I mean, because I don't know. It's rough for me because being a kid growing up through the MJ era, I'm gonna roll with Mike. But obviously, like right now, like LeBron and everything that he's doing and has done, I mean, he has a lot of popularity, and I think I always see him being more of the current day GOAT, so to speak, than people would say MJ. So I mean, really for me, I was just shocked. I mean, LeBron, the ultimate team guy, Jordan, the ultimate competitor, winner. Looked at as more individualist. So I was definitely shocked.
Renee, talk to me. What do you think? I mean, about those numbers. When you, like I said, they had about, I want to say 5 to 10 categories. late, clutch, athleticism, you name it. It had a bunch of different categories. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
Jordan won by at least 18 to 20 percentage points in every single category. And of course, the big one, the top line, overall by like 48, 50 points.
That's crazy, but it's not crazy because a lot of people are sheep, and I say that in a sense that they only know what you present to them. So right
So what are you
now,
saying? You saying LeBron's better than MJ? Because if
I'm
so, I want to hear
saying
this.
that there's no way that there should be that big of a gap when we're talking about this level of talent. So even when we do the debate in the list and we do top 5 this, top 5, when we say top 5, number 1 and number 5, it's not like it's a landslide. We're just saying that these are the best that fit in the top 5. We can't choose. So I'm shocked at the margins. Like I'm shocked, but then The Last Dance is on. So that's what I meant by, if you polled this pre-Last Dance, I can guarantee you it's going to be probably flipped. Like, because
Mm,
it's
huh? What?
pre
You said flip. You
No,
mean
I'm sorry.
LeBron?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
LeBron
Sorry.
won
Sorry. Sorry.
73, 27?
No. I'm sorry. I'm saying
Okay.
I think, because who won LeBron, right? Because I have to keep
No,
asking that because
Jordan won 70. He won in a landslide in every category by at least
okay,
20 percentage points.
Jordan won over LeBron in a landslide.
73% viewed him as the overall better player, 27% for LeBron. Jordan won by a landslide. But you're right. I think the docs did have
that's
something
what I'm
to do.
saying.
But
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know if
saying.
it was 50 points, maybe
But
20, but not 50.
But I think, like, even people that don't watch the doc or have heard about the doc, the power of social media, the power of things trending, it's really that's why people pay so much money for sponsorship. The MJ document is all everybody's been talking about, but I'm still shocked because no GOAT, and we're talking GOAT on GOAT. This is GOAT versus GOAT. No GOAT.
Bad.
There's no margin. I just don't like the margin. So that's what I have the most problem with.
Fair.
Look at the topics though. I mean, better sneaker for fashion, better sneaker
Not
for
even
Yeah.
styling, pick for game winning shot. Someone in particular, the 1-on-1, 67% to 30. I think like Renee said, that's absurd. Like 60.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking shoes, a one-on-one.
LeBron's 3 inches bigger. Look,
That's what I'm
LeBron's
saying.
3 inches bigger, probably 40 pounds heavier, but Mike's a killer, man.
I know, but do you think that any person that we label as a GOAT is going to get blown out?
No, not.
That's what he's saying. The numbers show that they think that this is, the numbers show that people think that it's not close. That's what is like. And when I say not close, it should have been.
Sure. No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
My problem is, look, and it's sad because you don't want to get into bashing LeBron. All the things that the
It's not about
graduation
that.
ceremony. I know, but I got to keep it a buck too, right? 100, as the kids like to say. Jordan 101. I think he beats LeBron, and I think he.
How bad do you think?
I mean, if they're playing at 21, I mean, he probably wins by probably a handful of buckets, 3, 4, 5 buckets. Yeah,
that's not a lot of buckets.
In a game of 21, you win 21-15. You won comfortably.
Well, I mean, when I say a handful,
like winning a football game by 2 touchdowns, you won comfortably. A 14-point win in football, that's a comfortable win.
It is a comfortable
win. A 10-point win in basketball, that's pretty comfortable, right?
No.
Yeah, that's comfortable.
That's 3 possessions of. That's 3 possessions away from a 1-point game. No. 3 possessions is not. If I'm up 10, I feel no comfort at all. I'm not in my comfort zone. That's 3 possessions away from a 1-point game.
If a team has a winning margin of, like, say 10 to 12 points, I think they're dominant. You don't think that's a dominant team?
If they have if they have a continual original margin, I'm saying, look, they're consistent. A dominant team is what Golden State Warriors were doing to people, where it was like they sat out the whole 4th quarter. Dominant is what I did my senior year, where I didn't play a lot of minutes because we were dominant is a strong word. Sure. I don't think any GOAT will dominate a GOAT. That's what I'm saying. I think that pride, the reason these people are GOATs is because they have a certain thing inside of them. It's that drive, it's that pride, the ego. You're not gonna lay down and die. I don't think that's.
So what do you think? If they played, we take MJ, let's say not 98 MJ, but say maybe 96 MJ, all right, or 93 in MJ.
Okay.
Anywhere between 93 and 96, really height of his powers, like 29 to 30.
Super MJ.
And then let's say LeBron 12 to 15 LeBron, probably, right?
I
Who do
got
you
one
think wins
question.
in
I got one
1-on-1 in a
question.
game of 21 and what's the score?
I got one question.
Yeah.
What era are we calling fouls? MJ's era or LeBron's era?
How about both? Pick one you want. Pick either
If
one you
it's
want.
if it's MJ's era and LeBron can use his 3 inches and his size and just be a bully ball and do stuff that's probably illegal in real life, that's a completely different game. I mean, y'all seen it. We saw it. Like, if you're playing 1-on-1 against somebody you're smaller than, everybody does it. They try to back you down all the way from the 3-point line and play this bully ball. Not saying he would be able to do that every time, but that would appeal to LeBron's. If Jordan is playing in this new era, where if you drive and you almost get hit and it's a foul, that's a different game. I think that would favor
So who
Jordan.
wins?
So that's
What's the score?
I think
Who wins?
I think LeBron wins, let's say 21-19. 21-19. I think it'll be
Okay.
close.
I'm gonna throw in an X factor.
Okay.
What's that?
If Mike gets the ball first, it's over.
Ooh, okay. So you don't
literally,
think that
I don't-
LeBron James chase down ability, all of that you've seen? I know we're half court, but you don't think that's
he's chasing the GOAT down. You ain't chasing down, Rajon Rondo or Jason Terry or some of these little guards that he's chased down in the past. You're chasing down the GOAT. You're literally chasing the GOAT. Good luck with that.
I just look at Mike being.
First of all, Jordan ain't landing up. He's dunking on that.
But you got to remember, we're half court. Right?
Yeah,
We're not playing full court.
But that's what I'm saying. I think he's always been one of the more efficient half court players ever. Like fade away, mid range,
absolutely.
He wasn't flawed nowhere in the half court. And
maybe 3-point, but he didn't take enough.
I was just going to say, but you got to.
He's not about to shoot 3. So
he's not. But when we're talking 1-on-1, for
we
me,
did see him hit 6 in the first half of the NBA Finals too. So we know he's got it in him if he wants to.
He does have it in him, but I'm just saying, when you're playing 1-on-1 and you're playing to a confined space, that typically aids the bigger person because they use their length. They stand in the lane. Look, okay. Jordan, he might dare Jordan to shoot some 3. I'm just saying the half court setting, I think that would be appealing to Jordan. He's huge. He can take up a lot of space already. If I'm a guard, I want time and space. I'm bringing the post player out and trying to drive by him, trying to find ways to get around him, but small areas don't help.
All right, so Renee's got LeBron 21-19. I've got Jordan 21-15 or 16. What do you got? I've got him winning by 5 or 6 points.
I'm in the same range. But I got MJ.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Wait, with same range, you think 5 points? So y'all think LeBron is out there just going to get?
No, just that. I agree with him. I think Jordan's going to go on some runs. He's going to go on 5, 6, 7 runs, and I think he wins it comfortably down the stretch. Yeah. I think he's up something like 19-12 and then, cruises to a win like 21-16.
I think I would want to watch it. Like I would want to watch it, but I don't think that would happen.
I think LeBron will get it to within, 19 or 20 to 15 or 16. He misses a shot, Jordan gets it, and then it's over.
What do you think? LeBron's just going to try to have a shooting contest with him?
No, I'm just saying he would miss one, LeBron, and then Jordan would get the last, he get the ball back, and then he would knock down a shot and it'd be over. It's just a game to 21. So, yeah. But I agree with you though, Renee. You did open my eyes to something. Like, for the most part, yes. When you get to that level, we're looking at very small margins here. So
that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, like, people are like, this is a landslide. Only thing it's a landslide is in shoes.
That is true. Like, look, the LeBrons are nice, but they ain't good.
Yeah, but I mean, this is iconic.
Right. That's true. All right, let's speaking of iconic, Ben Roethlisberger with the iconic beard, looking like the Mountaineer mascot, the West Virginia Mountaineer. Oh, West Virginia in the house. What you know? What you know about them country roads, girl?
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. What you mean?
Come on, finish it. Take me home with them country roads.
What you mean? Born and raised. And shout out to Norman's Cut and Edge. Yeah, that's where he got his beard trimmed, and boy, are y'all on the map. Okay,
they on the map. OG also. So for people that don't know, Big Ben, he shaved his beard, I believe, yesterday, or maybe it was Monday. Hasn't shaved basically, probably a year. Really looks like the Mountaineer of the West Virginia mascot. Looks like Daniel Boone or Daniel Crockett or Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. I got Kentucky and Tennessee mixed up. I believe Daniel Boone's more Kentucky, and I think Davy Crockett's more Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's vice versa. Hell, I don't know. But anyway, he looked like one of those guys. Said he wasn't going to trim his beard or get a cut until he was able to throw to one of his receivers. Had a throwing session on Monday, I believe, so he was able to go ahead and trim the beard. I will say this, Ivan Curtis, aka OG King Kurt. The Pennsylvania governor was not happy.
Hey, I was just about to say that.
Talk to me about that, bro. He was not happy at all.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, but I mean, what's he gonna? I mean, it's too much gonna be done. I mean, this big event we're talking about. So, I mean, and then
He basically said, "Okay, and."
right, right.
Well, we saw the lady in Dallas. Remember the salon owner? Remember Ted Cruz went to her place? She went to jail. The Supreme Court got her butt out. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked because I'm like, oh, shoot, they punished privilege.
Yeah, that was bizarre. I feel like she was doing something else and they was trying to get her or something. That was bizarre.
Well, all I know is if my barber, who's a person of color, if he tried to open up the shop, they wouldn't treat him so nicely. But that's a different story. Go ahead, Ivan Curtis. He doesn't have that privilege.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I mean, pretty much when they said it's like, and like, I mean, Big Ben, I mean, he want a cut, he got one. I mean, and speaking for somebody who can't even grow a beard, I mean, it's I mean, shoot, it was a nice cut, and I guess it was worth it. I mean, so yeah, the governor can be mad all he wanted to blow over, and you can go back to doing governor things.
Go back to doing governor
Doing governor things.
Oh, gee. Hey, you own one today, dog. Yeah, you can go back to doing governor things.
He's talking today. Like, I like
I
this.
like it, yeah. So we you know, Renee, we got to bring that energy out because it's in there. He's a funny dude.
Yeah.
It's in there. He just, you know,
I
he'll get it out
like
there.
that.
Yeah. OG.
I'll do better.
He got the voice made for it and everything. Like, talk to the people.
Well, he's on here for his takes and his knowledge of being an original gangster from the Ohio area and the NBA 2K League. So we'll get to that after this next topic. NASCAR ratings this past weekend. We talked about it last week. NASCAR at Darlington Raceway, South CAC, South Carolina. Ratings pretty good, guys. What was it? OG like 6.3 million people.
Yeah.
6.6. Also like 6.5, 7 million people or whatever. I guess 6.5 million somewhere around there. Renee, that's Daytona 500 numbers. Me working and living in Orlando in the shadows of the Daytona 500, got to cover that race 4 times, and also the Coke race in the summer. The Great American Race. It doesn't get much bigger than that in that sport. For them to have Daytona 500 numbers, that says to you what for the American sports fan and consumer?
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored. No, but I'm serious because like they know that's why it's not a secret. So that's all that says to me. Like people really are craving something live. Anything live. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need fans. So that's good for us in the basketball world and sports world. I don't know if it'll translate the same, but people will watch like that. So that's all that tells me. Clearly they weren't watching before that if these numbers are that like these numbers are off the charts too, and we're saying it casually, but these numbers are off the charts. I know they're excited, so yeah, everybody's bored. Give us something to watch. MJ Doc is done. We need something.
Well, we got 30 for 30s coming up. I believe we got one with Lance Armstrong. What's the other one? OG, it's two. It's Lance Armstrong and Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, the chase, the home run chase of 1998. That should be good as well. It's probably going to piss off Barry Bonds because that's why. That's what he, that's what made him go ham and hit the 70. What was it? 72 or whatever, 70 and in 2001, I believe. Yeah. So maybe Barry Bonds will get bad and come back and play baseball and try to hit some home runs at 50 something. I don't know. Your thoughts on this, OG, with the NASCAR ratings are huge for taking the left turn with NASCAR.
I mean, on the funny side of things, I was thinking the same thing Renee said. I mean, this is a perfect time, and I mean, for a lot of events going on. I mean, people in the house, we're looking for entertainment. Definitely looking for something sports related. Obviously, some things to take into account for a lot of people in the world are, unfortunately unemployed, or are not working as much as they used to work. And they may have missed that type of event in the past, but now they're at home where they're capable of watching. I mean, that's something that I often forget. That gets forgot about. So the ratings, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of things are going to surpass its normal ratings due to the pandemic and everything that's going on. But I'm happy to see it. I mean, I want to see sports. I want to see preferably the sports that I like and I have more of an interest in. But it's definitely it was kind of you kind of could get a glimpse of it and tell where it was going to be at because when they were doing the iRacing and everything, you kind of
Numbers were
saw
good.
yeah
I
you
think
saw
the
the interest
largest
in that.
esports telecast as far as viewers was 1.3 million. I believe it was the iRacing the second week they did it. That's the largest that I've
Right.
seen for an esport event. 1.3 million viewers. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of gave us a glimpse on what would happen if the actual, racers get out there and get back to it. So, it's one of those things where I was surprised, but not really.
Yep, yep. Is Renee okay down there? Trying to check
Am
on
I
it.
am I frozen?
I think you just might be. It's okay though. Frozen
God have mercy. No.
in animation a little bit. Not as animated.
Oh, oh, and that. Well, you can still. Oh, back. All right, we're back. Yeah, like I said, people bored opportunity. Some of the breakers are performance and everything, so I'm happy. Anytime I see any hit a page, I'm like,
Oh, okay. I think we're losing Renee here. We're gonna go on. We'll try to work on her connection here. We'll go on with myself and OG. We'll try to get Renee back here. Um, this is Esports Extra. We're live here on Twitch, twitch.tv/compete forever. Also, there she goes. I think she's coming back a little bit. Coach K, are we live on Facebook and YouTube as well? We are. So on YouTube, Compete Forever. Also on Facebook, Facebook Gaming, uh, Compete Forever as well. There's Renee. We see her.
is it working?
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I think you might be
Oh
back. You might be
God,
glitchy. Just a little
I'm
bit.
pulling
Yep.
Nelly now. Goodness.
They down there, they down there being greedy in the A without the internet.
Man.
And
And it was like us during the NFL draft. Remember, we were having some issues. The night the NFL draft was going on. I think they took off all the bandwidth.
Yeah.
goodness, internet. Well, if I come and go, y'all just act like I'm here, and if I'm not, just ignore me.
Yeah, no, you good. You good. You're moving around now, so you're in living color. See, that's what you got to do. You got to show people, look, I can move
Let
around.
me.
Moving
I'm
color.
just. They probably like, oh Lord, cut her camera.
Hey, we're going to get into one last subject, and then I also want to let everyone know. Call in now, 877-853-5247. Meeting ID is eSport Extra. That is 377-678-9872. Hit that pound button twice to join the show. We'll take your calls now. And we're going to hear from some of the Compete Forever Season 51 Madden League guys. We're going to hear from some of the other top guys in the AFC tomorrow. We'll hear from some of the guys in the NFC. We'll also get the NBA 2K League update. But before we get to that, the NHL, they made some announcements as well this week, looking at a proposed playoff format, if you will. They're narrowing it down to less than 10. I've been told about 8 sites now for arenas, and these sites will hold up to 12 teams. So if I have to guess, you're looking at probably anywhere from 4, 5, 6 maybe sites. I don't think you'll have 8, maybe 2 or 3, a max of maybe 4, and you'll get maybe 8 to 12 teams in each site, depending on how many they determine. You got some sites like Vegas, some other sites that have mentioned and also put their names in the hat as well. Guys, what do you think about the NHL plan when it comes to the coronavirus and dealing with testing and tracing, and also the proposed playoff format with these proposed sites? We'll go with you first, OG Ivan Curtis.
I think it's going to be. I mean, I applaud everybody. I mean, they're working hard to try to bring their respective sport back. It's just going to be one of those things that just have to keep working towards it. I mean, testing is going to be always the top subject, the safety issues and everything that comes with it. Um, I personally think a lot of it's going to be tough to execute. I don't think it's impossible. I just think the the fact of how much testing do you have to do each day by each person and different things of that nature. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough task, but hopefully with everything that they're putting in place, I think I just hope it works out.
Are you on board with this as not a former player, but a current player? If the WNBA said, "Hey, we'll do like many little pods, if you will, Renee. Maybe we'll do 4 sites, maybe up to 6. maybe three, anywhere from I guess 3 to 6 sites. Would you be down with that in the WNBA? Well, I guess when you guys have 12 teams, maybe they do 2 sites, maybe they do 3 sites, and you have a group of four in each site. How would you respond to that as a player?
Yeah, that's like multiple bubble cities, it seems like. So that concept is not foreign. They're just saying that
Like
we're going to have.
NCAA tournament, right? Low pods almost. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And but the thing about it is we're talking about a lot about that, but there's a big problem going on. The Canadian Prime Minister has closed the borders. What
Uh,
is it? It's
until and for the next couple of weeks, right? Until sometime in June, right?
yeah, and so 7 of the 31 teams are based in Canada.
Sure.
So that's a whole issue because those are things where there's a lot of players. What 70% of the players are self isolating overseas. How are we going to get that large percentage of players from overseas on their teams? These could be heavy hitters for the teams. How will the season play out if somebody comes late? So yes, while we're talking about the little cities and the little sites, one of the main problems is going to be how are you going to get all your players at the same place at the same time? Because
Sure.
everyone has been talking about starting early. This place has an advantage. Atlanta open early. How are you going to navigate that?
Well, I think what they can do is they want to get this plan done by sometime around June 10, or maybe at the
Yeah.
middle of June at the latest. And then you have 3 weeks to train. And then the season starts sometime around 4th of July, maybe middle of July at the latest. So I think they'll get some time. They've got probably three
No.
weeks to kind of figure this out. And then you have another 3, 4 weeks to train. And then the season starts sometime, probably at the latest by mid July.
All
So
right.
they've
So what if
got
it
some
takes
time.
somebody? What if it takes somebody a week and a half of those 3 weeks of training camp to get here?
Then you're gonna have to roll with it. You probably need to start working on that now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about June 1. June 5. It's kind of like go time. You'll have probably a week or two to get everybody there, and then you'll have 2 to 3 weeks to
Well,
train.
the reason I said that is because the WNBA, that's a topic right now. Like we
That's
don't,
a good
we're
point.
trying to figure out how are we going to get the overseas players to us. And for some teams, it might not matter. Some teams might have one foreign player. Some teams might have an MVP on their team that's the foreign player. So that's a big issue. And I know you guys make it seem like it might seem like a lot, but if our superstar doesn't get here until a week and a half after training camp and they got to learn the plays, now you got to get some chemistry in a week and a half, that's going to affect your season all the way through. You could lose your first 10 games because you just weren't ready and now you're behind the gun.
Well, that's why you'll probably have some sort of buffer when they'll say it's go. Now you probably have 2 weeks before you start training, and then you have another 2 or 3 weeks because you're going to need probably 4 to 6 weeks by the
That's what
time
I'm
you say
saying.
we're committed until you start playing. Probably
3
six
weeks
weeks.
ain't enough.
No,
Exactly.
no,
3
no, no.
weeks
You
ain't
you
enough.
you have a buffer because I think I was reading that they hope to start opening up things and having full fledged camps by June 10, June 15, and then you're playing. And you'll get a week or two on either side, and then you're playing by 4th of July or the middle of July at the latest. So they've kind of built
Oof.
in. They've got about 2 months before now, and then we see, you know, hockey, real
Right.
hockey, regular season,
Right.
and Stanley Cup playoff hockey. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, so it's all good, but we'll see how that goes. So now we're going to talk about the NBA 2K League. We'll break it down with Ivan Curtis, the OG, last night live on ESPN2 as they are each and every Tuesday night, 4 hour block. Got to watch a little bit of it. I saw Kenny got work. I know he's up to a good start in the Raptors. Break it down for us, the NBA 2K League. What's going on? Who's up and who's down? The floor is yours, OG.
Well, definitely on the who's up, Raptors uprising is surprising some people, not everybody. They're 5-0 right now. Had a series last night with the Knicks that they pulled out. Some shockingly, the Sixers are still struggling. They're sitting
Mm,
at 0-5 right now. The Pacers beat them last night. Uh,
wow.
Lakers gaming, they've been tough and gritty all year. The record does not show it. They're 0-5, but they've been competing in every series. They failed last night to Warriors gaming. The Pistons, GT debuted last night. Didn't turn out the way they wanted it. Wizards District Gaming defeated them. And they've been off to a good start. The top teams right now in the league are Raptors uprising at 5-0. Warriors Gaming is sitting at 5-0. Mavs GG is 4-0. Hawks Blazer 5 has only played 2 games at the moment, but they're 2-0. Hawks
3-5,
Talent
always strong.
GC,
Uh-huh.
yeah, they're 3-1. Hornets Venom, this year's expansion team, they're 2-1. Wizards District Gaming 3-1, and Bucks Gaming 2-2, and rounded off as my top 10. Kingsguard Gaming is 2-2. Tonight's matchups is the 7 o'clock games were Hornets Venom GT and Mavs GG. That should be a good one. Pistons GT are playing their second game tonight against the defending champions, the T Wolves Gaming. And 9 o'clock, we have the Sixers GC against Gen G. So that should be a good one. Hopefully, they're looking to bounce back tonight. So we just have to tune in and see.
What about my boys, man? Representing right here, Celtics crossover, man. Back to Boston, Park the car, go to Harvard Yard, Fenway Park, man. You know how it is in Dorchester. How my boys doing?
It's been some delay in the schedule, but they should be opening up real soon. If I'm not mistaken, tomorrow night against Cavs Legion. So it should be interesting. I know OFAB will be ready to go, and definitely they're always a top team to watch. And Rico Finnessy, their head coach, is one of the best in our league.
Yep.
Been a great friend of mine for a few
good
years
brother.
Now.
Good brother.
I'll be, I'm a fan of the league. When I'm not playing against teams and different things of that nature. So I love it. Love everything about it. We should be ready to open up here soon. So just supporting SGC at all costs.
Now, speaking of Nets gaming crew, GC, talk to us. What's the latest with the Nets? There's some news out there already publicly. Catch us up with your team. They were supposed to play tomorrow night. That's been pushed back, postponed till I think you guys make your debut. You debut what, next Friday maybe? Tell us what's the latest with the Nets.
As much as I can say, obviously public knowledge. Rando, one of our former players, he was suspended for the 2020 season. And Wavy, one of our guards, he was fined $750 fine. Both, just basically conduct detrimental. And, unfortunate chain of events. Things happen. Hopefully, both of them have learned from this, and we can move forward.
All right, good deal. All right, let's take it now. Any thoughts from you, Renee? It's kind of cool to see these NBA teams with these NBA 2K League teams. Every time I look at it, like I look at all the gear that I got, thanks to those.
I was looking at that. I'm like, he's like across my.
I have to do something about that, Renee.
Yeah, man. Because, dude, I'm going to keep wearing NBA 2K League teams until I get Brooklyn Nets GC.
I'm really like, this is I love that these leagues are really like real leagues. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are getting suspended and fined.
Well,
I'm confused.
I don't know if they want to take that exact template from the.
I mean, y'all did. It's real.
Yes, deserved it. You probably should. You're going to have to. You got to do the time now.
Goodness.
Yeah, it is cool, but it's good to see the city-based stuff. It's doing well, and we're I can't wait to start. We just did.
I have one question though.
Last week, so we're going to do more of those. What's up, Renee?
So how can a team be like a good team in the NBA and not be good at NBA 2K? Do y'all have the same players, right? Like, how can the Sixers not be good?
No. One of the things about it in our league is basically, if you know anything about 2K, the my player aspect of it. These players, the professional 2K players, are playing with their own avatars.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes. And they got certain, and you can. It's 5-on-5, and you can pick your like a build, if you will, like a build. Exactly.
Okay, see, I understood that concept. I didn't know I could just make me in the game and play with.
Break her down. What would Renee be if she was a point guard in the NBA 2K League? So would she be a passing guard?
Well, yeah,
because a jump shot, a shooting sharp. What would she be?
What's gonna happen?
A slasher? What she gonna be?
That ain't it.
Nah, Renee's a shooter. She has.
She's a sharp. She's a sharp.
I'm not slashing nowhere. Okay?
She's a sharp.
But me personally, when I think about Renee and her game, it's more of it would be like a sharp shooting defender. I mean,
you better.
Hey, because she always been able to shoot the rock, and I look at her as a fierce, tenacious defender.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna have to hop in the league on 2021.
Hey, so ain't matching that contract.
I was thinking Renee would be a rim protector, man.
Yeah,
a lock defender, man. Come on, give her a good build, a good base, man.
I'm built for this era of refereeing.
What a platinum badge. How about that, OG?
I don't want all that bumping and that Bad Boys Detroit stuff. I am not Reggie Miller.
All right, good stuff, man. NBA 2K League. We'll talk about it each and every show, and we'll let OG break it down and tell us the latest with the NBA 2K League, which is underway. Brooklyn Nets gaming crew, they play next week. What's the date on that? The first game next Friday or next Thursday?
It's TBD right now. So,
TBD.
Okay. Yeah, I should have something for you next episode.
All right, next episode. Next episode's tomorrow, dog. I guess we'll ask you again tomorrow. Let's move on to the Compete Forever season 51. We had the draft last Wednesday. They started playing this past weekend. We wanted to hear we're supposed to hear tonight from Joe Fogues from the Pats. We've got the kid Nail with the Chiefs, Andrew K47 with the Ravens, and GG Beast AG with the Texans. Some of the better players in the AFC with their divisions. Let's go ahead and go to the phone lines. We'll bring in someone and speak with them and talk with them. We'll take your phone calls. We'll be on for another 11 minutes. 877-853-5247. Meeting ID esportsXTRA. Hit that pound button twice to join the show. Coach K, we got anybody in queue or in the lobby?
Yeah, we have GG Beast AJ.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Put them on. Let's go ahead and take GG Beast AJ. You're live on esportsXTRA. What's up with you, bro?
Not much, just chilling. How y'all doing?
We good, bro. We good. Break it down, man. You're playing with the Texans this year. How's your season going, and how strong does that AFC South division look?
The AFC South is looking real strong right now. Well, the season's going great for me. I've built a nice solid run game with the Texans using Lamar Miller, and we're off to a good start. We're 6-3 right now.
Okay, I saw that you were 6-2. So, how are you able to play so many games and get your games in to sort of, get you some continuity?
Turn the audio back there.
Just staying active in the chat, and when people are on, just making myself available to play the people in the league.
All right, do me a favor, turn down your chat or the audio there. We can hear the feedback a little bit. Last question before I get out of here. Who do you see that's playing very well right now? And just the AFC side, who is somebody that you're looking at right now? You look strong, maybe a potential playoff spot. How does the league look for you so far on the AFC side?
The toughest team I've seen, though, maybe the Chiefs. So they're a team I got to watch out for.
Okay. Do you play them in the yeah, you do play them in the regular season, right? Because you're going by the 2019 schedule, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Probably play them next week.
Got it. Okay. AJ, good stuff, man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for paying attention in the Discord. Good luck to you, brother. I hope you make the playoffs. And we're probably going to, Coach K and I are going to talk about this, but we're hoping to stream the conference championship or at least the Super Bowl. And then maybe next year we'll start doing a game of the week and start streaming you guys live after esportsXTRA and giving you guys some good airtime here once we get front page of Mixer and Twitch on some things we're working on. So take care, man, and be safe. And we'll talk to you down the road. Okay, broski?
Thank you. You too.
Yes, sir. GG Beast AJ playing with the Texans. I got up to that 6-2 start. Let's go back to the phone lines. He said the kid Nell was playing with the Chiefs. Need to hear from Andrew K47 with the Ravens, Joe Fogues with the Pats because Renee's got to get out of here. Let's get him in here.
Yeah, we're bringing in Andrew K now.
Renee's got a very expensive
my God.
contract. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm unemployed.
Who we got? Is this Andrew?
Yeah,
Andrew,
how you doing?
What's up, K47? What you doing, Chief?
I'm hanging in there, man.
All right, man. So you're playing with the Ravens, dude. Break it down. How's your season going so far?
Yeah, we're off to a little bit of a tough start. I'm sitting at 1-4 right now, but a couple close games didn't go my way, so we'll see. I think we can get it turned around.
Who did you lose to?
I lost some close ones in my second game. I lost both my games to the Steelers, which is going to make it tough in the division. But one of those, I got real tough defensive series at the end. Lost on the final play of the Cardinals, which definitely hurt. But and then I lost some tough ones against the Patriots.
So Joe Fogues, I got you.
Hey, buddy, you don't sound very confident, buddy. I mean, goodness, do you feel like you can turn it around?
Oh, I think so. I think got to get better making my adjustments. I don't have a bunch of competitive experience, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah, you got to stay confident, though. I need to hear some trash talking when these people call in here. I was expecting to hear a different tone.
Hey, Andrew, how can you turn this thing around at 1-4, man? What do you need to do? Have you labbed up? What can you do to turn this thing around, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to work on some different defenses. I think I have a decent offensive scheme going, especially with how mobile Lamar Jackson is, obviously. But I think I got to find better ways to stop the run without committing to it and leave myself open against the pass.
All right, good stuff. Well, good luck to you, man. We really appreciate you joining the league, dude, and we look forward to talking with
All
you
right,
guys,
Andrew.
man. And have a safe time, man, and be safe, man, during this pandemic. Okay, bro.
All right, you too.
All right, good stuff, man. That was Andrew K47 playing with the Ravens. Tough start.
They're way too nice. Is that what's going on in the league?
You know what? You better get in that Discord tonight. I want you to talk smack to them, Renee. So here's how you win some rings. Here's how you can win some rings.
You can win some games by just acting confident. I mean, really.
Oh man. All right, we got Nell.
Renee. Hey, Renee, I love you, man. You cannot leave the show. You can't quit us.
I mean, really, we got to get turned. I thought people were going to call like, yeah, that's what's up. Chiefs, we're coming for you.
Let's find out. The Kid Nail joining us live here on Esports Extra. Meeting ideas, Esports Extra. You can call in 877-853-5247. If you want to talk some esports, we're going to be on for about another 10 to 15 minutes max. We got the Kid Nail playing with the Chiefs. Kid Nail, how you doing with those Chiefs?
Hey, Larry, Renee, OG, what's going on, guys? I'm doing well, man.
What's up?
What's
Talk
happening?
to us, man. Talk to us.
Yeah, the season's going well. I mean, a lot better than last season when I had the Giants, so I can't complain about the team I have. I did take a tough L last night, though. I lost my first game last night, so I wasn't too happy about that. But
who beat you?
And you know, to make it worse, it was a division game. It was the Broncos owner. I don't know his name.
I think
he took me down 17-14.
I think
was it you can't see,
man?
Okay.
Yeah, it was him. He beat me 17-14, but then I blew him out the next game, 27-0. So I needed some revenge on that.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, tell us about the blowout then.
Yeah. Hey, everything clicked. You know, I don't know. He changed the scheme. He was running the first game every play. He ran it like 30 times, threw it like twice, and he won, which pissed me off even more. But
okay,
there we go.
Hey, we're gonna have Joke on tomorrow. It's looking like we're gonna have Joke on, who just won the Madden Bowl, had the big belt, played in our leagues. We're gonna talk to him tomorrow about that, because I got something to say about running the rock all the time. Although it is okay, you got to take advantage of the AI. Get him, Renee. I know you're chomping at the bit. Go ahead, baby.
Do you have anything to say to him?
To who? To the guy I played?
Yeah.
You can't see, man. Yeah. You can't see, man.
I mean, we already played our 2 games, so I'm not concerned with him right now.
Okay, I like that. We not paying. You can't see me, Nancy, any mind is what you said. I got it.
I'm not sure what his. Yeah, go ahead.
Now you got to tell him I'm hell. That's what you got to do.
I don't say it. You know I don't talk like that.
I know you don't.
Nail, you got to tell him, dude. You know what, Nail? When someone asks you what's beef, you know what you should say? You know what you should say?
No. What should I say, Larry?
Man, when I roll no less than 50 deep. That's what beef is, man. Well, listen to the song, man.
What's that? Some Biggie?
That's some Biggie. Yes, man. What's beef? Beef is when you roll no less than 50 deep.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. There's some other stuff too. He said something about your mom and going to the Jeep and some other stuff. But
yeah, some R-rated things.
Yes. Hey, Kid Nell, good stuff, man. We appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for responding, because I'm telling you guys are going to start calling now. I'm going to start picking out 4 people, and if your butts don't call, draft penalty. That's what we're going to start doing. So this is your show. We want you guys to take it over and talk about what you're doing, because we want to highlight you guys, all right?
All right, guys. Keep up the good work. Talk to you next time.
Right, bye.
That is the Kid Nell, the Chiefs owner. Just 1 loss on the season, looking like one of the stronger teams in the AFC. So that leaves just one guy, Joe Folks. I don't want to hear about. You can't talk and drive at the same time. It's America, damn it.
He's in the coop by himself.
I'm in the coop by myself. I had to kick a door when I was 5. Joe Fogues, what's up, man? Fireman, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's up, man? We're not going to keep you long because we know you're driving, and driving in America, that's fucking dangerous, you know, so we got to be careful with that. Talk to us, Joe Fogues. How are you doing with the Patriots this year, man?
I'm doing good. I don't even remember what my record is, but I only lost 1 game, so that's a good thing.
It's okay. Do you have anything to say to anyone in the league? You're sitting here at the top. You have 1 loss, okay? So you don't even lose that often. Do you have any messages for anybody that you're about to play next?
I don't know. I just want to see somebody try to like score more because
he said he wants a close game. He's not even fun anymore.
The Patriots play D. I can't score, but the Patriots play D, so that's how we win.
Oh man, you guys, we got to give them trash talking 101 courses.
So Joe Fogues, who do you see in the AFC that's good? Who's your toughest competition in the AFC?
I honestly don't know any of these guys. I have no idea who they are. The guy I don't even mean. I genuinely just don't know them.
VA Beach in your division.
And then what's it called? The guy who beat me in the playoffs last year when I was the Packers. I just beat him like 24-0.
Oh,
so
okay.
I got my revenge on that at least. And
you got your revenge, okay?
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I had to get on this call, especially because you told me I was going to lose draft results. So you know.
Yes.
Hold up.
So
You need to get on. No, you're not. This ain't no Marshawn Lynch. I'm here. You know why I'm here. Stuff. No, you need to want to be on here. And I want to make sure I got this all right. You said, I don't know none of them dudes. They're nobodies. Nobody can score on me. I don't know none of them. And the dude that beat me last year, I just got him. So we good. Is that what you said? I'm just trying to make sure for the Discord.
Moral of the story, yeah. That's all.
I bet. That's what I like. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that's it. I got to put it together on offense because, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to work with what I got over there. But, yeah, defense is really good. They're really fast. Devon Gilmore plays D. And it's hard in regs. That's for sure. You know, you watch all these MUT tournaments and stuff, and regs is a whole different thing because you cannot build your team the way you want them to be. You just kind of have to work what you have. And the way the game plays, some teams are just genuinely better than other teams. There's no way around it. So I feel bad for guys who have like those bottom tier teams trying to compete with teams like the Niners and the Chiefs and the Ravens. And, you know,
yeah,
it is what it is.
All right,
but, you know, we're making it work.
All right, well, good stuff, Joe, folks, man. Congratulations. Good luck, man, with the firefighting, dude. We really appreciate you. Thank you for your service, man. And good job calling in, dude. You will not be docked when it comes to the draft compensation, okay?
Nice. All right, man. Definitely keep me posted when you guys do this thing. It was good talking to you guys. And
good. Thank you.
All right, good stuff, Joe Fogues. Be careful, man. Joe Fogues, the owner of the Patriots, off to a good start. Just 1 loss so far on the season. So that's what we're going to start doing every single night, guys. We're going to have at least 2 to 4 of these guys call in. It's your league, damn it. I don't want to sit here and talk about it.
Yeah, pull them out because we're going to talk about it. What? We got to teach them how to talk trash. This is the most polite league I've ever seen.
Renee, do you go ahead, OG.
Into the Discord. Once we get Renee in the Discord, she can hold start all the school unless she wants. She got to get
what?
She's like, you got blown out.
Yeah, because I'm like, he kept the Patriots tradition. He was very politically correct. No, we didn't say that. I just said, you know, I don't know the guys. I'm like, I want some trash talking in here.
Renee gonna stir it up. I can see her now, man. Make sure that you get into the Discord tonight and be like, look,
I don't know how to do it. I need help.
Coach K is going to walk you through it. It's the link. All you got to do is click on it. It's not very difficult. Magic happens. It's called the internet.
After the show, a couple of minutes, we'll walk you through it.
It's a great thing. Like Al Gore discovered it years ago. The world's going to change once you get on it. Like your life's going to change. You'll be able to pay bills. You'll be able to communicate with people.
Oh, Larry Laptop. Larry Laptop. We understand you're very tech savvy.
I'm not. That's the funny thing.
Larry Laptop. No, I'm gonna get on the Discord. Let's get it popping in there.
Coach K's back there waving like, no, this boy don't know nothing. about nothing, and he's right.
Hey, man.
Oh,
Just be
gosh.
on time and sound good.
That's
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
That's about all you're gonna get out of me. Guys, it's been a heck of a show, man. OG, Renee, Coach K back there. Any last thoughts before we get out of here?
Everybody.
Listen,
make sure
I'm
you
just
tune
here
in
so I don't
tomorrow.
get fined.
We got you, Renee
Make sure you
Lynch.
tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m.
Marshawn Montgomery.
M&M's, baby.
I was at that Super Bowl too. Super Bowl 49. I was in Phoenix. I was there.
Oh, the Skittles.
But not with the. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I was in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an anthem now. That's like the athlete anthem.
Yeah, that was February 2015. Yeah. So good stuff. OG, show tomorrow, correct? 7 p.m. Eastern.
Right, be on time.
Be on time.
Oh, what time is the camera supposed to be on then? Since we want to talk about
30.
Hey, take us on out, man.
He's got a good point. He's got a good point. But it's been another great show, guys. Esports Extra every Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're back again, as the OG said. We're back again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. on the Pacific Coast, on the West Coast, 6 p.m. Central Time in Nashville, Tennessee, and Chicago and Houston. And I believe we'll go 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That'd be what? Denver, maybe? Yeah, we'll go Denver, Mountain Time. So.
Yeah, you lost me.
It's just time zones, baby. For the OG, go ahead. Say something. Go ahead.
I know that. I just don't know all of them off the top of my head. Oh, Denver time zone. What's Shanghai?
I'm just concerned with America.
Okay,
That's all I
got it.
I do know Tokyo. I was there with the Red Sox. That they're 12 or 13 hours ahead. I know London's 5 hours ahead. I know Germany's 6 hours ahead.
All right, Larry Laptop. See?
I know Google.
You know Google? Yeah, just put it in your phone. It'll
I know World Clock on our phone.
World Clock. I got you. For the great Ivan Curtis, OG, head coach, NBA 2K League's Brooklyn Nets gaming crew, head coach and GM, and for Renee Montgomery. Come on, guys, put it up. 2 to the times in this joint. Thank you, baby. We love you. We really appreciate you. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys again here for another episode of Esports Extra tomorrow night. So long and good luck from New York City, the Tri-State. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you got, Renee? What you doing down there?
I'm closing my laptop, Larry Laptop.
I thought you put something up.
Mind your business. Bye.